Hey everyone, how's it going? Today we're going to be working on, let me throw some music on real quick. Um, let's see. Here we go. Turn that down. Ads. Hey Dak dude, how's it going? Good to see you. Nice, congratulations. I'll give you a congrats. I'm also trying out vertical YouTube live. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. Let's see if this worked. Nice, congratulations. Okay, there's horizontal YouTube. Let's see if it worked here on vertical YouTube as well. I've never tried vertical YouTube before. I think it's pretty good though. So we'll find out. I gotta figure out how to access it. I'm new to this vertical YouTube thing. Let's see. I probably need to go to YouTube. I might need to start it. Let's see. Let me go to my channel and look at. Here it is. One waiting. Interesting. Waiting for Seashell Studio. I don't know if it's going to end up working. Can I be live in two places at once? Maybe that's a problem. Like two streams. I think you should be able to do vertical and horizontal streaming at the same time. I would think, right? But I'm not seeing how to make it happen. I see it scheduled. Let me go to this page. Let's see what this says. Connect streaming software to go live. Okay, I'm guessing that just didn't work. Auto starts on. It should be sending it via vertical. Glad the ads are done. I'm trying to see if I can get my vertical YouTube stream working. I've never done vertical YouTube or vertical streaming before. Wait. Hold up. I think I found it. Did that work? There's like a second stream button. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, it's working. Let's see if that. Well, it says I'm live at least. Let's see if it's actually outputting. All right. I mean, it's vertical and it's there. So, I think it's okay. You know, we'll see what happens. It kind of looks choppy from my computer side, but you know, who knows? As long as it doesn't impact anything else. So if you start noticing like, hey, yeah, it's going crazy on the Twitch side or anything, let me know and I'll turn it off. But I think it should be okay. Yeah. Thanks for streaming. So I was working, so I couldn't do a whole lot there, but no, glad I could join. Y'all, how's your browser going along? I need to figure out exactly what I want to do today. I think I want to continue to work on my equipment menu. Not quite a browser, but it's coming along. I actually have some thoughts on how I could simplify some of this. So would love your input too. Good, I'm glad it's going well. So are you, what all have you done so far on it? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick. I'm curious what this looks like. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know if it'll let me get there. Well, let's see. For some reason, it won't let me navigate to it. Weird. That's an old one. Huh. Oh, you got to-do list add-on. Nice. Very nice. You got a to-do list add-on done for your actual browser? Like you made your own to-do list add-on? Oh, keyframes are not being sent often enough. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not so sure this is going to work. That's cool. Interesting. So that's sweet. That sounds like it'd be pretty advanced, but no, pretty sweet. So y'all think you're gonna like actually produce the whole browser and like host it somewhere, or what's your plans for the browser? Current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds. Interesting. I don't think it's streaming well for some reason. Okay, I'll check it out there. That sounds cool though. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna give up on the YouTube short stream because I don't think it's working very well. Which is fine. I don't really need it. I think I'd rather stream on the vertical side, but you know, it's okay. You think you're gonna go do a local thing for now and then go public? Understood. Hey, no, it's working. No, it's working. I just pulled it up on my phone. Okay. I mean, it's not very pretty, but it's working. Here, let me see if I can make it a little prettier. Let's see. Pretty cool. Hey, maybe one day I'll be streaming on your browser. You need to make a stream add-on next. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. There we go. And then just take it right in a little bit. I know you can't see this. I'm just trying to figure out this YouTube Shorts stream thing. Okay. There we go. I think we're set, you know. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. So, kind of what I was thinking here. Let me pull up your to-do list add-on thing. I'm really curious what you have there. Oh, a music controller. Okay, that's cool. Sweet. Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, I'm checking it out. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this browser you have, right? It's a add-on for Opera. Are you using Opera there, or is that your browser? That's cool either way. Making your own. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. That's sweet. Yeah, super cool. That's high-tech stuff. I'm sure it's starting down a rabbit hole that might get you hooked. But yeah, super cool. I'm impressed. So, what I was thinking on this is I've got a lot of stats. Here, let me pull this up. Let me show you how many stats I have. I got a lot. I was thinking of kind of taking the number of stats down a little bit, or maybe incorporating some of them in like my attack. For example, all my affinities for the weapons. I was thinking of just incorporating them into my attack so that whenever you have higher affinities, it just automatically translates to a higher attack. Because that's really all it affects anyway. And then if I do that, it can make some of those other stats hidden. But yeah, it might just be a little cleaner there. So that's kind of what I think I'm going to do. I'll show you here. It's a lot of stats. You can see them all on the left-hand side. And then you can see them on the right-hand side when I'm modifying them. They modify well. And it works fine. But like all of the weapon affinities at the bottom. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in this elemental damage resistance area that chat's covering up. Chat does make it kind of hard to see it. But that's okay. Here, I'm going to do this for a second. Just for a second. I'm going to do that. Okay. So over on the right-hand side or left-hand side over there, all these like damage and resistance, I think I'm going to split this into kind of two. Like the top 9 here that are damage, I think I would go ahead and say, hey, yeah, they're kind of in their own section, and then go down to a lower section. And I might be able to get them in 2 lines. So I think what I'm going to do is go like icons. Like I have a physical icon, fire icon, wind icon, and so on, right? And then have the percentage, and then the resistance do the same thing. So you just have damage, all your icons, resistance, all your icons. Maybe the icon with the percentage underneath it or something. And then down here, I'm going to get rid of all the weapon ones and just incorporate that into attack. So your affinity just makes your attack go up. And then you don't have to worry about affinity. And that cleans a lot of this up. So I think that's what I'm working on today. Not quite a browser extension. Maybe you need to convince Orbum that you need to translate his game into a browser extension instead of its own web page, so that you can go to the different teleport through the different websites. Because I think that's pretty cool. Let me turn chat back on. There you go. All right. So let's see here. First thing I want to do is make sure the affinities for the weapons are impacting attack. Right now, I don't think they are. Right now, I actually don't know what weapon affinities are doing, if anything, right now. They're just kind of there. I think what I can do is go through, and then all I have to do, I think, is multiply attack by the affinity for your weapon, which should be pretty easy. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I think all I have to do is say, let's go ahead and create a dictionary or an array for weapon affinities. Not grid map size. So I'm just going to grab them. They should all be together. Oh, they're not all together. Oh, yeah, they are. They were just under. I guess I still want them here. Right? Do I even want them in stat names? Yes. I still want to load them. So they still need to be in stat names. And then... Oops. Let's get rid of all these extra spaces here. You got any plans this weekend, Dak dude? We went to a 5K this morning. My wife ran a 5K. My son did a little children's 5K thing at the front. It's not a 5K. It was like a children's, like a 100-meter dash, basically. That's part of it. That was fun. All right. Coding? Understood. Well, hopefully your coding goes well. You make some good progress, and you can get some sort of... Hey, you know what actually might be cool is your browser could track, when your browser's installed, it could track how many times songs were played and give you like stats and stuff too, which could be fun. But now playing is cool too. I'm not trying to give unsolicited advice or anything. I'm not a plugin expert on what's people are looking for. All right, let's see. So I think after I do this, right, what I'll do is I'll load all the stats. After it loads all the stats, I would just have for affinities in... I should make this... dang it, I need to go make that a dictionary. I do, okay. But for affinities in... affinity types.keys, which I can't do yet. Let's go make that a dictionary, which sucks because it kind of started as one. So I really just need to go back this up. I will do, actually, yeah, let's actually go back to where we were, because the way I need this dictionary is a little bit different. In this dictionary, I want the value of the dictionary to be so I want the key to be my weapon. So like I would have one that's unarmed, right? And then I guess I'll do sword first. Sword, and then the value of that would be this. Axe. And the value would be axe affinity. Staff. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm basically building a dictionary so I can cycle through all of my weapon types and figure out which affinity is applicable to my weapon. And then when I do that, what I'll do is it'll make this real easy. So I'll just multiply attack at the end by this. So that should be pretty straightforward. And then I can get rid of it inside my menus, because when I have affinity for that weapon, it will go up. Dagger. Gun. I don't know if I'll end up having guns. Probably not. Like right now I don't have guns or whips on my my thing, but it won't matter, because with that I want to show them, so it makes it a little easier, and it actually makes it easier to have more weapon types. Throwing probably is what I'll call it. I don't have any throwing weapons either. So it makes it easier to have more weapon types because I don't have to list them all. Polearm, twin blade, again probably just in sword, and then whatever hidden ends up being. Cool. So now I have a dictionary for weapon affinities. I can go back to load stats, and then oh, interesting. Okay, down here. So for affinity in, was it affinity types? Weapon affinities. Okay. In weapon. Hey, lunatic, at it. My V. You're talking about my vertical video. This is my first time doing vertical streaming. I don't know if it's gonna work. A giant red line over the video? Oh, interesting. I see. Cool. Thanks for the heads up. Very good. I rigged together a vertical video setup in like 2 minutes before I went live, because I just want to try it. I've liked shorts. I think it works well. So all I really did is I'm doing a screen capture. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know. I'm doing a screen capture of my normal horizontal video and just putting it in a vertical format and then streaming it to YouTube. I need to figure out, because I need what the problem I was running into, because like I said, I took 2 minutes doing this. I didn't research anything. It's probably a quick Google search to solve the problem. But what I was running into basically was my where I was pulling my video stream from, my webcam, it wouldn't flow into both, right? Like I couldn't get it to go to both my vertical stream and my horizontal stream. So, so yeah, I had to put it in both. Yeah, totally understand. Man, I will pull up, be trying to work on the game or something, trying to work on something, and pull up a short to do something, and yeah, doom scrolling. It's absolutely terrible for productivity. I get it. So I'm contributing everywhere I can to loss of productivity all over the place. So welcome to the stream, though. Thanks for popping in. Today, really just working on cleaning up some of the UI for the equipment menu. I've got a lot of stats, and so I'm trying to simplify that a little bit. I don't think it'll be too bad. Ultimately, right now, I'm just going to be going through. I've got something like 10 or 12 affinities for different weapons, right? And then what you essentially need to do is go through these and modify attack instead of having it be its own stat, and then I can get rid of it on my UI, which is nice. Very cool. Yeah. Well, no, glad you found the stream. We're working on a game called Chronicles of Virtue. It's a 3D tactical RPG made in Godot. It's gonna be in a world that essentially magic is just entering the world, so everybody's gonna kind of be learning magic together, yourself, the enemy. So I think it's pretty unique, and it's been fun. Yeah, I try really hard not to have too many nested conditions. Right. Okay, so my background, I am not a software developer. I am a systems engineer working on rockets, and I know just enough like scripting and things to be dangerous, but that please, if you're looking for good examples of coding, my coding is not going to be it. So apologize in advance for ruining it. Networking stuff, I don't know if I'll end up having multiplayer or not. I might. So like one of the things I think could work really well is like oh, very cool. I might need your help. I think what would be cool is having some kind of arena where you could be like fighting with someone else, and you would need the networking side of it. I haven't touched it yet. Where I'm at right now here, I'll post my I think this bot works. I've got a Steam page. I'm starting to work on my playtest demo. So it needs some help though. Let's see if that posts. Yeah, there you go. So it definitely still needs some help. It's going to be a little while before it's before it's ready for game time, but it's coming along. It's been fun. Let's see. So I can show you actually what it looks like right now if you haven't seen it. Gameplay itself is looking pretty good, but I really need to try to, like I said, I'm working on the equipment menus, getting things ready for the playtest demo. And I think right now it's too complicated, right? People see 30 stats and it gets scary. So I need to kind of simplify it a little bit. What's coming along? So 20 years networking experience, huh? Yeah, I'm sure you've seen some nasty code. So this is what this looks like. And so when I go to my equipment menu, it's hard to see on the shorts page. Actually, you really can't see it on the shorts page, and my chat's in the way. I can hide it. But I've got a lot of stats ultimately. So that's where I really need to come fix it and take down some of the stats and just kind of get it to be more simple. I think I'm aiming for like half of the menu that's there now. Oh, 20 years dev experience. Okay. Well, very cool. What's been primarily like, what kind of projects do you work on primarily? Oh, good. Glad you're on the main page. Like I said, I threw together the vertical page in 2 minutes, so it's got a little bit of work to do before it's completely ready. So all I'm going to do here, I think, is say attack equals, well, so if weapon affinity so if affinity equals assigned weapon weapon type. There's a huge initial lag on startup. I don't know. It looks, I mean, everything from my end, I'm not dropping any frames. I'm streaming at 6,000 plus kbps. So I think everything looks good. So I'm not sure what the lag is. Could have been the stream, but everything from my end looks good. Doesn't look like I'm dropping anything. This is the first time I'm streaming in 3 places, technically, right? I'm streaming Twitch, YouTube, and YouTube Vertical. So if that's taking bandwidth, maybe, but I think I'd be seeing something if I had issues. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Okay. So yeah, you got a lot of experience there in lots of different areas. So very cool. Now mine's primarily in the aerospace industry. I doing a lot of automation primarily, right? So scripting, I think that translates really well because I've done a lot of automation and requirements management tools, model-based development tools. My master's in model-based systems engineering. So a lot of automation there, and I think it translates really well to game development, primarily because it's scripting. So like it's not, yeah, I don't know, it's just scripting. So some logic needs to be executed, needs to happen in order. I also really like object-oriented coding, right? Which Godot is pretty good about. So that's kind of been in my wheelhouse a bit. And I think here I just have to say attack equals weapon affinity times attack. And I think that's it. Okay, so not just that, I need to go get current stats. No, not current stats.get, just get weapon affinity times attack. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, I think everybody's got their own kind of niche. So weapon affinity is not a click. Oh, it's because it's weapon affinities. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Basically, it's going to loop through all the affinities in my dictionary. If one of those is my weapon type, for the current weapon I have equipped, it's going to set my attack equal to that affinity times attack. Let's, and then I'm going to do the 2 things. I'm going to print it just to attack. I'll say pre affinity attack, and then change it, and I'll say post affinity attack. That should, let me see it. It's going to set it for 1 because only one of the affinities is going to be my weapon type, but it needs to check all of them. Yeah, the good news is I only have, all of my weapons only have 1 weapon type, so that if statement's only going to be true for one of those affinities. Oh, but it didn't like it anyway. What didn't it like? No, it's fine. It's just loading. But yeah, so okay, it did not like something. What did it like? Oh, you know what? I think I need a paren here. Okay, Dak. I gotcha. Yeah, so I think as long as I don't have multiple types on my weapons, which they can't, it's just a string, I should be good. Okay, Dak, I got you. I'm also streaming on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, this is really old, Dak. Nothing new on this one. All right, let's see. So let's see. So now if I change to, so I've got a sword equipped, right? Let me make sure. No, I have a dagger equipped. Let me go ahead and equip like a sword. All right, so my attack is 63. When I change to let's see. One of these I should be able to see on the right side when I have sword affinities. Oh, shoot, yeah. Let me see. Are you getting ads on... So you have YouTube Premium. Are you seeing ads on my page? Because honestly, I would like ads to just be off. I'm not trying to make any money here. But I actually don't think I have ads because I'm not monetized. So I don't think I have any ads. Okay. I'm not sure, Dak, dude. You're putting me on the spot with saying things. Not sure I want to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to look for is my sword affinity. I'm going to look for one that's a 1 real quick, which is what I'm at, right? I do have attack as 0.8, so it's going to lower that. Oh, yeah, no, I get it. Totally get it. Yeah, I get it. Twitch is a little bit overboard with ads sometimes. Okay, so here's what you want me to do, Dak. You want me to say bear, say to idiot this got I long how look, but you want me to say bear before each word and bear after each word. Look how long I got this idiot to say bear. See? It's too quick for you. Too quick for you. Good try. Okay, so let me just look at the debug real quick. Okay, so my pre-affinity attack should be 63, post-affinity attack should be 110. It is... Okay, one thing is it is kind of stacking. It should be resetting it every time. Let me check something real quick. Let me make sure I'm not... Yeah, I'm not multiplying affinity there. It's 100% true. You just gotta read it backwards. That's where it leads to. Oh, I can show my Twitch chat again. There you go. Now you can see lunatic, everything Dak was trying to get me to say. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. So attack equals... 100%. He's trying to trap me. Okay, so down here I can see pre-affinity 63, post-affinity 63, pre-affinity 110, post-affinity 110, which is interesting. Why? Let's see. Why would it do that? Let's go ahead and print a couple more information. Let's print get affinities. Now, I do agree the ocean's a soup. I agree the ocean's a soup because it's salty water, seasoned water with seafood bits. So, I agree with you on that one. I learned that from Thor and agree with him there. Let's see. So, let's... I might have to reset it. I don't know if it'll let me just save and hot swap this code because it's constantly running. But let me do some analysis real quick first. It looks like it should work, honestly. So it should set all the stats when it gets here. I wonder if it may not hurt to wait a frame here, but I'm running this load stats a lot, I think every frame. So waiting a frame here could be really detrimental and kind of get everything off by 1 frame, which I don't necessarily want. But everything is kind of off by 1 frame, as you can see, because it's doing this. So I might be doing too much in here. I wonder if I should... Let me think real quick. Yeah, I could print attack before, just before the affinity loop too, yeah. Pre-loop attack. That's a great idea. Pre-loop attack. Attack. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be loading stats every frame. I'm trying to debug. What I'm trying to do right now is debug my UI screen. And so I've got it loading every frame for now. But yeah, I will 100% not be loading every stats every frame. Now it is, interestingly, I did that again to kind of debug. Interestingly, it's not, here, we'll watch this real quick. I'm just going to take some stats here. Oh, maybe. Oh, I might have crashed it. No, I didn't crash it. Interestingly, it doesn't really slow the game down. So loading stats every frame is not very resource intensive. Let me see if I can get... I'm not sure why my profiler's not loading. Kind of interesting. Anyway, let's see if I can get some data here. I may have to stop and start again. Here, let's do that. No, I understand. I do need, so the reason I have it loading every frame is essentially because when I am attacking, the way my attack works, which, I mean, I could have it load anytime anything changes, which is probably what it should do, right? Basically, I think what I need is the setter for all of my stats to contain a thing to go load the new stats, right? Is 100% how I should have this. But ultimately, I just need it to, while I'm debugging here, to load often. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh, interesting that it's telling me my attack is 1. Now it's having a huge jump here. But yeah, so if I profile this, and I find my load stats function here, let's see, update stats, is that it? I think I'm actually calling much more than that. I guess not, I didn't run it for very long. Anyway, it's not near the top. Yeah, I agree. I need to find a better way to load stats. I'm prototyping right now. I need to find where to load it though, and kind of make it a little bit more planned out. The thing was, so like if I go into a fight, so the way fights work in this game, I'll go to a sword and I'll get a rod because I like how the magic for the rod. Oh yeah, 16.6 milliseconds is 60 FPS, so anything below here. So I do have things running. Well, they're running for longer, but they're with a lot of calls. Oops, but anyway. That's true, Dak, dude. That's 100% true. I agree with that. And that's a good song. So this is what fighting in this game looks like. So the key is, like, as I'm fighting, I'll show you my attack and kind of what this looks like. If I don't kill her in one hit, I might, because I'm playing with my attack stat, and if there's a bug. But essentially, I need pretty fast... Oops. I missed my... I think here, there you go. So I need pretty fast response, because I need to be able to see the changes live. Sorry for the flashbang there. So because of that, I do need it to load often, but yeah, it doesn't have to be every frame. Yeah, understood. So you'd have to divide the number of calls by the time. And so most of these take almost no time. I don't know why I can't find my, I guess update stats, but I think it's actually called load stats. So I'm not sure where update stats is. Update stats. Let's see. Can I sort on here or search? Ah, good. Yeah, dark mode. That would have been a huge flashbang. I like that emote, Dak, dude. Good emote. Anyway, I'll come back to that though. I do need to do that. So on my list of to-dos in my thing is find a better way to load stats. It's not every frame. Right now though. Okay, so anyway, let's go to my output here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I already did. So yeah, I'm loading. I'm not sure why it's reading as 1 before I go pre-loop. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I think Godot is not very efficient. Like GDScript is not very efficient at all. So I probably can do a lot better than every script. Yeah, I'm not sure about the visualizer or the profiler. I'm not sure how to search there. I'm gonna have to research that. I've done a little bit of optimization for like my big algorithms. Yeah, this right here, this sets the attack, right? I'll just walk through this. This sets the attack. So it's going to set the stats based on stat named key. So when it gets to attack, it'll set the attack, right? After the attack, it should print it, right? So this is the pre-affinity loop attack. The only problem is it's reading what is it reading? It's reading 1, right? If I go here. And that doesn't look right. I'm not sure I understand that. Oh, actually pre-loop attack. Okay, sorry. Pre-loop attack. Okay, so yeah, 40 and then pre-affinity attack, they match, right? What I should do here too is also post, just to make sure it's not like doubling up. And I can do post loop attack just to make sure it's not doubling up, right? Because that's a good point. It maybe if I have multiple keys or something that are getting hits, it shouldn't. It should never happen, but maybe. But yeah, it is bouncing back and forth between 40 and 110, which is interesting because I don't think the math really works out. Let me also print my affinity for this. So what I can do is I can print... Oh, I got that. Okay. That's this. Okay, so yeah, my affinity is 1. Let me add a tag to this. Affinity multiplier. Oh, shoot. Okay, so here's what's happening. One of these loops, the 41, this is... Okay, this is working. This is one character, and this is a different character. Let me only run these print statements for Arya's character. I guess it's fine if I know who they are. What I can do is I can print my character name. Yeah, I was not thinking at all about having two characters on the screen that all share the same script. So that's why we're seeing it twice, is because the characters share the same script. So one has 40 attack, one has 110 attack. Yeah. So that should work. I should be able to go see the affinity change. It is reading an affinity of 1 because she has the apprentice title, which doesn't give you any affinity for any weapons. But yeah, let's take a look. All right. So yeah, 100%. This is what I deal with. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller here. Let's do this. There you go. Now we can see both. Okay, so ultimately for Arya, 40, 41, 40. Now if I change to like Assassin, which let's see one that has a sword affinity. So they have a 1.2 sword affinity. I should see Arya's now change. Oh, I have a dagger equipped, which Assassin should have a dagger affinity, and does, of 1.5. Let me switch to this flaming short sword. I'm also going to make sure that my short sword has the right weapon type. Okay, so that is not applying the affinity here. Hey Soul, new Godot. Can't use the same function command like input or physics process for different executions. That's really dumb. Yeah, that's not right. You can. So like, for example, if you look here, right, I have tons of scripts, but every script has a ready. Every script has a process, right? And I mean, every one does that. So Multiple. Is this what you mean? Multiple. Anyway. I think you're right. If that was the case, that would be dumb. But I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Okay, so I am not. Let's see. So Arya. Okay, it's applying now. Oh, I hadn't equipped it yet. Okay, perfect. So now we can see it is going to 1.5, and the pre-attack is 42. It multiplies by 1.5 to equal 63. If we look at attack here, it's 78. Interesting. Why is it going to 78? Yeah, I think what you mean is just the scripts, like having multiple scripts running with the same name. Let me know if I'm wrong there. But yeah, you absolutely can. I have the same name and many scripts running at the same time. Interesting that attack here does not line up with what I'm seeing attack should be here. Let's look at what it is. Okay, so one thing Godot can do is this remote. I can actually go see live. Well, maybe. Do I have a filter on? Usually, I can see live what nodes are going, but apparently not here. So that's strange. Huh. Well, I'll have to figure that out. I'm not sure why that would be the case. Do I have something interesting? Yeah. So here's what you can do. I can let me grab this. I think I actually updated. I would just call my my Discord thing. But yeah, let me check this. So I would just give you or call my Discord bot, but I think my URL got updated, so let me just grab a new link. The Discord URL is expiring every time you go copy it. Is really annoying. So there you go. You can go post that your picture in there. But yeah, Godot's debugger is interesting. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not showing up in remote. I've used this function hundreds of times. So. That's weird. Good deal, Soul. Hopefully that helps. All right, let me try to run this again and go pull up remote because I do need remote. I do need remote access. Good. Glad it's good. Let's see if we can look. Well, good deal. Welcome to the Discord, both of you. Yeah, you can post that there, and then I'll take a look here in a bit to see what you're talking about. Happy to help, and I might, I could always help off stream too if something's going on. Okay, so let's check here. So what I'm gonna look at is attack right now says 40, so that matches everywhere. All those attacks match everywhere. The next thing I want to do is change this to like assassin. It says my attack's gonna be 40. Okay, that's interesting. It says my new attack's gonna be 42, and then it changes. So barbarian 68.5, but 52.8. Okay, so I think this screen's calculations are jacked. So interesting. Okay, now it's 63, so now it's working. So it's not deterministic. Great. All right, so now it's working. It is 63, and that's what this says it should be. If I go, I need to figure out what's going on remote here. That may be an off-stream activity. That kind of hampers a lot of my my troubleshooting if I can't see remote. I might have to reset Godot or something. Maybe it's being weird. Okay, but that is 63. Now if I change back to apprentice, obviously 57. It's not 57.5. It's 40. Let's see. And this is taking some time to change. Now it says it's 42. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Yeah, it should be an integer. Yeah, 100%. I understood. I mean the execution is not deterministic as far as, yeah, you're right. It's a race condition of some kind. Interesting. So like if okay, so let's go back here and go back to assassin here. So yeah, for some reason it says my attack's gonna be 42. Obviously that's just a bad thing. It's probably because I think the titles are multiplicative, right? So I'm multiplying by, in this case, attack 1.2, and then I'm going to be multiplying by the 1.2 affinity. But how I'm calculating this probably doesn't account for that. So I'll need to edit that. So, but if I go to this, it ends up being 63, which matches. It should be 63. That's good. But what it tells me it's going to be does not match. Let's see if it matches with just changing weapons. Okay, so 47.3, which I do want to change those to integers. They don't need to be floating points. If I change to a battle axe, 105.3. Is that right? 121.2. Okay, I have some work to do. I don't know about tonight, but I do have some work to do on getting all that updated. But I have at least taken and worked these affinities for weapons into the attack in some way. Not perfect yet. Obviously needs some work. But it's at least a start. Okay, so let's start with this 79.2. Oh, that's not right either. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it is because my output over here is not real time. It's lagging because I'm running this every frame. Interesting. It's way behind. Hey, Indo, how's it going? You're right. Yeah, they really should be coming from the same code. I'll show you what's going on here and why they're not. Hey, and this is back. Interesting. So I can actually see where the attack is. All right, I'll show you why they're not running from the same code really quick. And it's because in my calculation here, let me go. Let me stop this real quick. Okay, so in my calculation here, it does pull the values from the, like, when you see the actual final value. That's all pulling from the same place. What's not is when it's calculating what the equipment type will be. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Hope your Saturday night's going well. All right, so where is, oh, it would be under equipment stats when I'm populating. Actually, no, it would be under character stats. And essentially when I send over when I select an item, right? Depending on what button you press, it needs to calculate the current item. Where is that code? Hey, no problem, Mind. Good to see you tonight. Oh, it's right here. So ultimately, hey, if I'm previewing an item, it runs through this other code, right? Which essentially just sets the value and the color for what it's going to be. So it has to calculate what it's going to be, and then it applies that to the codes, right? So I can't just use the same, it could use the same functions, and it probably should. Actually, in fact, what I'm going to do is just leave a bug here. Or, yeah, I'll leave a bug to say update to pull same functions from character load stats function. So what I need to do is go create functions for these that are separate and go call those functions, and then I can call the same functions from here, and that'll line everything up. So then when I want to go calculate what it's going to be, I just need to go run that same function with different inputs, and that should help there. So I'll go load that in. So a couple bugs here, nothing too breaking. I do think this allows me on the character stats screen at least to get rid of the weapon affinities. We're just gonna help clean this up. Yeah, service class would be good too. I haven't actually used any service classes here really. I mean, I've got a couple like service scripts, like navigation for example, but I'm not using them the same way as like a service class. It's just more like I have a navigation object here that I can go call to go do these functions, right? Oh, not there. It's like when I'm navigating, the different characters are calling these functions. But yeah, I think that would be really helpful to go essentially have a math or a stat service class, right? That I can go call that service class, and I could just say stats.calculate, right? And have all of that there. That's going to be much better than hard coding there. Definitely still in the prototyping phase here. Okay, but that does look pretty good. You have Celsius left and it's 12 a.m. Put it in the fridge. Put it in the fridge. 12 a.m. is not the time for energy drinks. Unless it is. You know, if you want to drink it at 12 a.m. If you want to be up all night, it's Saturday night, man. All right. No problem, lunatic. You 20 years experience is pretty good. I think you're right. I mean, this is definitely not, you know, I feel like most indie games are held together with hopes and dreams. Mine's no exception. It's trying to make things work best I can, and I have taken some shortcuts. I try to note those shortcuts and bugs. Like if I search for bug, right, I guess I'll search for hash. Oh, not hash bug. If I search for hash bug, I guess I really only have a couple of these left, right? Like right now I'm completely ignoring elemental resistances. That's a lot of my bugs, actually. It's not even pulling up all of them. But I definitely have things I need to go improve on. And that needs to be a global class. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Deployment nights, make it go work. In aerospace, obviously it's much higher rigor, but I'm not writing code for like the actual product at my job, right? I'm not a software developer. So some of the rigor I pass on a little bit for scripting. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely agree. Honestly, I started in Godot. This is my first game I've ever made. Started in Godot like 6 months ago, and I think I've refactored a lot of code at this point, but I mean, if I go down to like Camera 3D, this is some of the first code I made, was just like the code for the camera. Super simple. A lot of it's just been deleted, but I probably started with a bunch of nested if statements. This as well, which I have reworked some of this, but yeah, just a lot of if statements. I did replace everything with states, which has been good, but yeah, long way to go still. In learning, this was all very early development. My new stuff I think looks a lot cleaner. Definitely also did not comment anything, so nothing is annotated, which is makes some things tough, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll figure it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'll fix it. So thanks, appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Try my best here, and I think it's coming along pretty good. Okay, so I did take out, I took out the weapon affinities. I want to see what that looks like. Yeah, understood. And you gotta enjoy it while you can on the weekend. And yeah, if it makes you more productive, all to you. I am running pretty low on caffeine myself. Semicolon. Oh, did I have a semicolon in somewhere? Or are you saying at the end of, yeah, missing semicolons at the end of it? Luckily on Godot, you don't have to have semicolons everywhere. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I've definitely had that happen, missing semicolons and have issues. Oh. What did it not like? It says invalid, yeah, I guess you can kind of see it. Invalid assignment of property text with value string. Oh, you just like saying semicolon? Yeah, saying semicolon's pretty good. It's relevant. Yeah, no, semicolon is top tier word. It's got all the goods. Oh, you know what? I may have. Okay, so I messed that up. I need these to stay. Yeah, I need them to be real. Yeah, I want to have both YouTube and Twitch chat on the side. The reason I don't is I've had issues with hold on, I'll see if I can set that setting. I've had issues. I use Restream to stream, and I've had issues getting them both to work, so I went down to just Twitch for now. But I can probably put them back now. Yeah, give me like 2 seconds. 2 seconds here. Yeah. Agree. Yeah, whenever you're trying to troubleshoot going through and you're seeing things, and then you realize you just missed a semicolon. It's the worst. Okay, let's check. I don't know if I can edit this live is the only problem, so it may have to come next stream. Let me check one thing real quick. Let's see if it'll let me. No, I think I need to do it. Oh, wait, actually, hold up. We're cooking. One moment. Hey, they're going to see that chat and... hey, Twitch, YouTube says you can keep your chat to yourselves. They don't want to hear it. Let's see. Here we go. Wait. We're cooking here. Did that work? Someone try it. Oh, I could see that. I could see that, yeah, because then you can't even search for them. Probably no errors. Look, we got semicolons from Twitch. YouTube, can you send one back? Does it work? Look at that. They're talking. We have bridged the gap. Congratulations. We've made contact. We got semicolons on both sides. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so where I have to modify this is in the carriage. Yeah, now you guys can yell at each other and make fun of each other. Good stuff. Okay, so here I think I want to take affinities out of here. Does that work? Not wind. Not physical, just these ones. And I can toggle comment, and then I think I still want to do it here as well. That's a good one. Lunatic. All right. I got double comments. I don't want them showing up in the documentation. All right, let's see what that looks like. I think that's pretty good, though. I think that's what it's gonna really help with is gonna make things a lot just cleaner. I really need. One of the goals here is that it's a stupid simple AI or a super simple UI, right? Had a lot of problems on, like, I mean, if you play like Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem, any of those tactical games, obviously it's a tactical strategy game. There's a lot of stats and a lot of things they have to show. But I played it recently, like went through Final Fantasy Tactics recently and found like the astrology system, right? Which I kind of knew existed, right? You kind of know it exists, but I'd never interacted with it. And then this last playthrough, I actually interacted with it and learned it, and it's so in depth, which I really like. It's kind of hidden, right? And I like the fact that like you can learn so much years later and do so much more with the game. So I like that kind of hidden stat kind of thing. Oh, this is still showing up. Did I do it in the wrong spot? I did the wrong one. Oops. Enums and not strings. Yeah, that's a good point. I could probably do it for this project too. That is a good point. Enumerations are something I've used in like my control systems, right, on here, like my state machines and things. I have not used it for weapons and things. just because strings are so easy just to go modify. But it would keep everything intact. And then I could very easily, instead of like where I had to for the affinities, I had to go build that dictionary. Instead, I could just say, hey, cycle through the possible values for this enumeration and pull things out. And that would be way better. And Godot has some really, like GDScript has some really good functions for enumerations. I need to just sit down and learn everything I can do with them. Yeah, that's a good point too. It would help a lot with the localization. So it is something I need to do. Favorite food. Oh, the Astro Vibe Celsius is super good, by the way. So agree that's a quality one. String compare is stupid slow. Yep, makes sense. So I need to sit down and go convert things. Favorite food? Man, it's gonna sound... I don't know how you feel about it. I honestly think sushi is my favorite food. I could eat sushi every day. I did get sick. I ate Sam's Club sushi, which is not good sushi, but it was at Sam's Club. We were at the cafe. My wife and kids got like hot dogs and pizza, and they had a little sushi box. And I was like, oh, I'll try it. And I got pretty sick. A Fantasy Vice is good. Monster Beast is your favorite food? I'm not sure what Monster Beast is. You know, I don't know all the names of them. I like the... Oh, which one is it? Here, I'll look it up. Celsius flavors. I really only know them by the color. I like the blue one. Arctic Vibe. Arctic Vibe is my my go-to. Honestly, Fantasy Vice I think sounds better than Fantasy Vibe. That'd be a cool name for a energy drink. Okay, I did take these out of the wrong script, so let's put them back. I only want them on the character side. I want them to still show up, I think, on the weapon. Do I want them... actually, do I want them to show up on the weapon side? Probably not. All right, I'm going to make a note here. I made a note. I'm going to go check out what Monster Beast is. I've never heard of it. Ooh, Dak, that's good. Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate sounds so good right now. Oh man, I used to whenever we make coffee and stuff, if my kid's around, we'll make him hot chocolate instead. And we use the chocolate syrup. Kind of go all out. It's so good. Honestly, sometimes I make my coffee and I'm jealous of my kids' hot cocoa. Oh, interesting. I don't know that I know what that means. And how do you... You tried drinking it from the opposite side of the hole? As in, you had your can backwards? And so you, you couldn't drink it? That's interesting. Let's see. These ones are already done. Seltzer. Okay. Ooh. That does sound good. I do like Monster energy drink. What's it called? Monster Beast? Oh, okay. So it's a hard seltzer. Interesting. Is it loaded with caffeine? Because I might die drinking hard seltzer loaded with caffeine. It's caffeine free. Okay. Interesting. That looks good. Very interesting. I'll check it out. Which script is this? This is the cart character script. So yes, I should comment out these weapon affinities. No as in no caffeine, right? Now, I'm all about caffeine, but I don't drink very often, right? Like alcohol, like at all. And so when I do, I tend to try to avoid caffeine with it. You spill half your Celsius on your desk? Well, that's not good. Hopefully, you don't ruin anything. All right, let's check this out. Cool. Hey, thanks a ton. Appreciate it, Lunatic. Yeah, if you join the Discord, I'll talk about playtesting there. I only have a few more things I want to do before I start playtesting, because I want to start playtesting as early as possible. And yeah, you seem way more than qualified, so I'll be posting information in there about playtesting. And then it'll be posted on Steam, so wishlisted on Steam as well, because that's where the playtests will be. I'll build to Steam. So yeah. Thanks for stopping in, though. Yeah, it was great to meet you. Okay. That's looking better. Okay. I do need to update again. I need to make sure I go update the attack thing. I need to split here damage and resistance. Sweet. Well, welcome. Glad you're in the Discord. Thanks. I'm actually about to get off probably soon in the next 15 minutes anyway. So yeah, no time. You gotta drink it off your desk. Yeah, scoop it back into your can, you know? Whatever you need to do. I get it, Dak. I get it. I get it. Hey, you can scroll. You can go check out my vertical video. Let me know how the vertical video is working out. Oh, man, it's shifted over again. That's all right. I've got something weird going on in the vertical video. It looks weird, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll set it up to be better next time. Thanks, Dak. Yeah, thanks for popping in. I'll catch you soon. Okay, yeah, the rest of these work well. It's just the title part of it. I really got to go do that. If I go check, like you said, if I go create a single kind of handler for those stats, and then make sure these are using the same handler, it'll be good. I need to take everything and truncate them down to integers. Except for, I guess, the affinities. Affinities should stay decimals or be percentages. Anyway, I need to think through that. Okay, so I am going to, real quick, separate the damages and resistances. I'm going to separate them into two different things here. Two different dictionaries. And I'm going to build that out, because what I want to do is have just icons eventually without having to spell out every element. So I should have stat damages. I'll copy this. Good. Glad you missed all that. Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. Glad you have no damage to those things. Hopefully you didn't cause damage to anything at all. Stat resistance. Okay. And then stat damages, damage grid, resistance grid. I gotta add a whole new one of these. All right. So that's equipment stats. I need to add another one. I'm just going to duplicate this. And then that will be that. I need to give these better names. So this is going to be basic grid. This is going to be damage grid. This is going to be resistance. Nice. I'm glad you were able to clean that up and have the right amount of napkins. Yeah, if you had to leave, that was going to be game over. Affinity grid. Okay, that'll help me read things better. Okay, so then I need to make sure everywhere I'm calling out damage grid, I'm also calling out resistance grid. All right. So basically I need to copy this, paste it, and that should be resistance grid. Cool. Stat damages. Stat resistances. Stat resistance. Okay. I think that's good on that one. Cool. So that should be for the equipment stats. It should be separated now. Let's see. I do want to add a couple labels in here. So I'll duplicate this label. And I'll say elemental resistance. And then this one's going to be elemental damage. Hey, I get it. Sometimes sitting on the floor is comfortable, so I get it. And that's not bad at all. It's not a bad setup. I'll go in my son's room, and whenever he's playing around, I'll be laying on the floor, sitting on the floor, and it can be comfortable. I get it. No judgment. Okay, let's see what that looks like. That should split things up a little bit, maybe make things a little easier to read, and then I can change those out for icons. Man, yeah. Not a bad way to sleep. Not a bad way to sleep. Yeah, I think I've got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to try to fix these real quick where the resistances and damages are split first. And then I'm going to call it. Cool. So you can kind of see where that's heading. Yeah, share your setup. All right, so I need to duplicate this now for this. Basically, first let's name these. Basic grid. Damage grid. Affinity grid. Duplicate this one. And call it resistance grid. Let's go update this. Yeah, I really need I'll add a comment here. I really need to go add these to a collector as well, add these to a service global variable. All of these should be using the same variable. I'm really bad about right now. My code is really bad about duplicating a lot of these definitions, and that's no good because then if I add it to one place, I have to go add it to like 50 places. Which I don't want to do. I want to go add it once. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've got a 10 megabyte limit and it's so annoying. So, let's see. I'm gonna check out your setup. Nice. No, I like it. It looks comfy. Not bad at all. I like your RGB on your PC. Yeah, check those pics out. Very good. Looks comfy. Cool. Now let's duplicate some things here. Resistance grid. Stat resistances. Nice. That's cool. Yeah. That's nice. I'm glad you're able to do that. I bet that's a whole lot better than whatever you had before. Or hopefully it is. So very nice. Well, sweet. Yeah, basement setups are cool. Basement setups are real cool. So you don't have windows, but like 99% of the time that's okay, you know? I've got this is my setup. I'm on a balcony here. This is my office. So I have a nice balcony if I need to go out there. Oh, you covered up. So you did have windows in your basement. Interesting. Interesting. I just heard some banging on the floor. Let's get this finished up, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night. And I'll go check out whatever that banging was. Ah, I did see that. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, so here's the last little bit. You say elestat and stat resistances. Grid name equals resistance grid. Did I see your message before you said you covered the windows? Yeah, I saw you're talking about did I see your pictures there? I did see your pictures there before you said you covered the window. I just thought you had a blanket on the wall. I didn't realize you were covering windows. If that makes sense. All right, let's see if this worked. Oh. No, I didn't see that. Very nice, yeah. That's cool. No, glad y'all, yeah, glad you're able to do that. Yeah, I got a lot of improvements I want to make here, but finding the time stuff. If you have a friend that's going to help you out, that's pretty big. I did realize I messed something up. I did not copy this label. So let's do that. Oh, hey, my wife's calling. I'm going to see what's going on. One moment. All right, I'm going to go and call it and see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm going to go help.